Alright, this is week 10 of the Premier League. We're just over a quarter of the way into the season, so this is where the league table really starts to take shape. Getting right into it, the first game is Crystal Palace and Newcastle. Both sides are out of form. Palace going down to Burnley at Turf Moor last week, and Newcastle losing to Chelsea at home. Neither side played particularly well last week, although no, Newcastle did do well. They did create chances against Chelsea, and probably should have scored, but I think it'll be a 1-1 draw. Next game is Brighton and Liverpool. Both sides are in form, both won last week very, very impressively. Brighton winning 2-1 away to Villa, and Liverpool winning at home 3-0 against Leicester. And they have an injury-ravaged squad, so that win was even more impressive. Both sides are more of an attacking team, so I think there'll be a lot of chances in this game, but I think it'll be a 2-1 win to Liverpool. Next game is Manchester City and Burnley. Burnley getting their first win of the season against Palace. That'll give them a massive boost of confidence. And Man City going down last week to Tottenham away. Man City played well last week, but they just didn't score. Although you could say that about them in a lot of games. They just don't seem to put the ball in the back of the net. And that could be a common theme this week against Burnley. But I think they'll win 2-0. Next game is Everton and Leeds. This is a big game for both teams because Everton are a team that have just won and stopped their losing streak, so they'll be kind of full of confidence again. And Leeds United, they've been shipping a lot of goals recently, although they did get a clean sheet against Arsenal, but they were down to 10 men for the majority of that game, so you can't really read too much into that. Although what you can say is that both sides are quite poor defensively. I think Leeds have been poor defensively all season actually, and it's only recently that they have been scoring goals. So not only have they not been scoring goals, but they've been shipping a lot of goals, and I think that's something they're trying to address in recent weeks. Whereas with Everton, it doesn't look like their defense is going to improve anytime soon. I think it'll be a 2-2 draw. Next game is West Brom and Sheffield. Both sides need to win this game. This is a massive game for both teams because this could really decide who gets relegated and who stays up. Obviously, West Brom did play well last week against Man United, but they just didn't get anything out of the game. And also, Sheffield did play well against West Ham, but obviously they didn't score. Neither side is good defensively or offensively, but I think Sheffield will win this 1-0. Next game is Southampton and Man United. So this is a massive game for both teams. More so for Man United because of the two teams, they're probably more likely to make the top four. Although you can't really discount Southampton because they've been very, very impressive last season, and also the second half of last season they were outstanding as well, and they carried that form into this season. It looks like it'll be a really good game, and I think it'll be a 2-2 draw. Next game is Chelsea and Tottenham. Now this is another massive game. I know I've been saying that about a lot of games, but this is a massive game for both teams, and it could potentially decide who wins the title at the end of the season. Now, Tottenham have been playing well recently, and I think they've won most of their games, actually. I think I said that last week, but they pretty much won most of their games. And with Chelsea, they have faltered a little bit, but they have kind of got back on track recently, and they've been playing decently. I feel like they've been playing a lot of the games against poor opposition, though, so it could be a false, reality, but at the end of the day, both teams are in good form, and I think it'll be a 2-1 win to Tottenham. Next game is Arsenal and Wolves. Both sides probably need to win this game because you know both teams dropped points last week, so they want to get back on track. More so for Arsenal because their goals are dried up, and I think they've been okay defensively this season, but they have had lapses like the game against Villa. And with Wolves, they've been defensively well, you know, drilled all season, and they're a team that are always good defensively. It's only offensively that you kind of worry about them or kind of ask questions. I think Wolves will win this 2-0. The next game is Leicester and Fulham. Both sides, well, I can't say Leicester are really out of form. I know they did lose to Liverpool, but they have been playing well this season, and Fulham have been awful as I probably expected. Although they have been okay offensively, but just defensively, I mean, they're just shipping goals front, left, and center, and they just can't keep a clean sheet. I think in this game, Leicester will bounce back 3-0 because I think that Fulham are so bad that they just have no chance of winning this game. Next game is West Ham and Aston Villa. Both sides, obviously West Ham been in good form. They've been winning games, and Aston Villa have been too, but they did go down last week. That might knock their confidence a little bit. But I think both sides are really evenly matched, and I think it'll be a 1-1 draw. And that's it for this week.